All right, guys, hammering through here, the organizational model, leads, listings, leverage. Surprised to see that one again. So leads, listing, and leverage. Leverage being how you have other people in your life or organization that are do the work that you don't want to do. So here's the organizational model in a nutshell. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. And this is where we're going to step outside of ourselves in this intrinsically independent industry, right? And we're going to realize that we're not alone. So this is from a millionaire real estate agent. This is the Maxim model, right? This is where you build a real estate business so big that you're employing dozens of people, and you're able to build a business in such a way that you're able to elevate yourself out of even selling, and you're just passive income, right? And we've seen people do that inside of our very own market. What I want you to understand first is before you do any of that, you need to understand what your unique value proposition is, whether you're recruiting clients, you're recruiting mortgage partners, title people, or whomever it is that's going to help you do business. You need to understand that there are 4 very specific things that tie into your unique value proposition. And they are, number 1, culture. Who you are, what you do, how you do it, and why you do it represents your culture. If somebody's joining your team, they need to understand that. Somebody's doing business with you, they need to understand that. Somebody who is going to be your partner on a deal needs to know that. The second thing is training, right? These are things for yourself and anybody else in your ecosystem, but what are you doing to sharpen the saw? How are you training yourself? How are you training those around you? What opportunities are you providing to your title partner or your favorite inspector to help them get better, to serve you better? Support, right? What's the support provided from that you provide a client as they go through, or an agent that would be on your team, or somebody that you refer a deal to? How are you supporting people? And then finally, leads, and this relates more specifically to the idea of a team, but if you don't have the first 3 rungs of that ladder in place, the leads won't really matter. Remember the models and creativity diagram that we had at the beginning, where if you turn the model upside down, it tips over. If you're trying to build a team or an organization just solely off leads, I promise you that it cannot go as high as if you root this thing in foundations around culture. And that's going to be on page 48 in your book. So here's what I want you to think about. And this is going to be the last activity for today. And then I'm going to jam through just some education around how to proceed through the organizational model for those of you that are ready. But what I want you to think about, and this is actually going to be on page 54 in your book, or you can screenshot or just write this down. You are not alone, right? We told Latanya brought that up earlier, but you are not alone, guys. And here's the thing: you can identify all of these people in your life, or I will help you identify them, or I help you meet them or match with them. But at the end of the day, your business can have a lot of people on it that are not on your team. They're on your team, but they're not employed by you, I should say. So let's talk about, you can recruit an accountability partner. This could be another agent. This could be somebody inside of or outside of the industry. It doesn't matter, but somebody who's going to say, did you go on an appointment this week? Did you go on the 2 that you needed to hit your goal? You need somebody to say that. If yes, how did you do? If not, why not? That can also be a coach. A coach is going to help you navigate the ins and outs throughout the year. I would say of all the people that I see investing in coaching, they have the biggest and best businesses. Number 1 real estate agent in our office has a coach. Number 2 has a coach. Number 3 has a coach, all the way down to number 15. They all have coaches. So that, to me, is an indicator that that's a good place to invest. All right, now we go into who's your mortgage partner, who's your title partner, who's your home warranty partner. Guys, whenever you're client, whenever you're pitching business, if it's just you and that you can work hard, that's nice. And we love that people work hard, and we're going to fight for our clients. But when you say, when you get me, you get a mortgage partner with cross country, you get GM title, you get America's preferred home warranty, and I have a direct line to all of them. You don't work with them, you work through me, and I work with them to serve you. That's much more impactful than I'll do it for 5%. Right? This is a big part of your value proposition. Do you have a transaction coordinator? Not somebody that you employ, but somebody that you could throw a couple deals to, so that you can say, look, I understand that it's busy season. I know that I do a lot of business, and I'm so certain that you deserve what's best, that I'm actually going to pay somebody to do the heavy lifting around paperwork to ensure that all the Disney magic behind the scenes that needs to happens. If you have or employ an admin, same conversation, a marketing person, a showing assistant, everybody who's in your ecosystem. And guys, use the whole market center. How are you going to get my house sold? Well, I'm not. The 450 agents that work in my office are, because I'm going to announce it to them. I'm going to have one of them hold an open house. I'm going to have one of them run any buyers that I get, so that to make sure that we're bringing the full force of $1 billion real estate company to bear to sell your home. So make sure you know who those people are. Make sure those people are in your marketing. If you're going to sit down and do a buyer consultation, you need to have a sheet of paper in there that says, here are all my exclusive partnerships. When you hire me, you're hiring a team of 10 people, even if it's just you as the agent. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through the organizational model, all 7 levels of it. And look, guys, for a lot of us, myself included, we're just not here yet. And I'm not saying this to say like everybody should leave this conversation and go hire someone. What I'm saying is you need to know what is possible inside of our organization. Keller Williams develops more leaders, more teams, more rainmakers, more independently wealthy people than any other real estate company in the world. And we do it through the organizational model because we provide opportunities for people to grow teams and grow businesses inside of our company. We do. And I don't want you to leave here feeling like you're being told or compelled to go do this. I just want you to know what's possible. I want you to know what's possible, and that what literally dozens of agents are in the process of doing right now. So level 1 of 7 is you, right? You're focused on your personal productivity, nailing your presentations, lead generating, capturing, converting, writing and negotiating contracts, coordinating your sales to closing, managing your money, and you got to own your mindset and your vision. When you get into level 2, your first hire should be an administrative assistant. I'm going to say that again, your first hire should be an administrative assistant, not a buyer's agent. Remember the unique value proposition triangle. It starts with culture, then goes to training. Those are 2 things that you provide. Then there's support. You need to have support in place to make a case for the percentage of income that you are taking from your agents, right? They are paying you to work there. You need to be providing support. This person is going to be that support. They do marketing, they do transaction coordination, they manage your database. They, if they're licensed, they can call on your behalf to clients. They can do a lot of different things, but that is going to be your first hire. Again, your first hire should not be a buyer's agent. It should be an administrative professional. Your second hire should also be an administrative professional. This is where we go too deep, right? 2 as in the number, not 2 TOO. We are focused on growing our administrative support so that we are maximizing our systems. Guys, when you hire a buyer's agent, you are giving, you are paying them, right? And we are going to lead with revenue here. So if you can upgrade your systems, your support, your transaction coordination, your technology, your administrative help, your database game, your marketing, whatever it is, you are going to be in a position to maximize your sales. Remember, there are 5 things that you need to be focused on doing: lead generating, lead follow-up, going on appointments, negotiating contracts, and getting educated. Everything else can belong to these 2 individuals. Level 4 is where you start to bring other people into the fold, right? And you, it comes in 2 levels, but know that the first one is a division. Is a division where you are going to split out somebody who helps generate leads and somebody who helps do the business, right? And then that grows into multiple people doing both. So your goal here is to keep as much of your money with you as possible. And then you start giving away specific parts of the job, which is lead generation, lead follow-up. Those are going to the lead manager. part of the going on appointments, right? Or showing the houses goes to a showing assistant. You can pay a showing assistant 10 or 15% plus a couple dollars a door. Okay, you pay them, and let's say I pay them $750 to do the most time intensive things around closing a buyer. Well, I spend a lot less time, make $42.50 instead of $5,000. My dollar per hour goes through the roof. And then you move that into the full bore in part 2, where you are going to have somebody doing buyers exclusively. So in part 1, you continue to grow each of these buckets. And more importantly, the first part of this one is that you are moving to a director of operations for a transaction coordinator and a listing manager. So you have somebody managing everything specific about your listings, because that's the piece of your business you should be growing. As you grow your listing business larger, your buyer business will grow with it, because listings have babies and listings bring buyers. The second part of this is then to start to bring somebody in to help you with listings. You want to hang on to listings as long as possible, because that is the biggest piece of leverage in your business. It's also the most profitable work. And the quicker you give it away, you could potentially stunt your growth. So when it comes to listings, you hang on to those until the back half of the 5th level. So we get into the 6th level, you could start a conversation around expansion. But again, we're growing every piece of the organization here. But important thing to remember, as you grow your business and your organization, it is very important that you keep your span of control low. No more than, I would say no more than 4. If you have 5 people, you're probably stressed. No more than 4 people that directly report to you. As you can see in these models, you have director of sales, director of operations, director of lead generation, director of expansion. Those people have people that report to them, and they report to you. And then finally, the 7th level is where you replace yourself. You're responsible for vision and accountability and growth and standards. Guys, we've seen people do this inside of 5 years, right? It's about following the models. And it's about maximizing the opportunities as they show up. You can do it in any market. You can do it in any industry. You can do it in any market. You can do it with any background, right? If it's what you want to do, I want you to know that you can do it here. I also believe that if you just want it to be you, it can just be you. We have people who are sole practitioners, right? Who run, a private practice type of business, where it's just them. They don't have an admin. They don't have anybody else. Well, I still want to help you put in models and systems in place that allow you to maximize the opportunity, to maximize the money that you're earning. I know I jammed on that, guys, but I want you to know anything is possible with our company. You can do all that here. The other thing that I want you to know is that you have people around you that are on your team. You're never, ever, ever alone. Give me a couple ahas and we'll bring this thing home. Who's got an aha on the organizational model?
Hi, this is Lisa. I just feel like this has helped put things together for me in my head that I need to work towards and get organized. So this was very helpful for me. I realize how I don't really have any plan, so this will help me to get my plan together. I so appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad that you invested the time this morning. You guys, you should be giving yourselves a big pat on the back. There's a lot of people who are going to come into this industry and not think the way they have to think or do the things that they have to do to get the results they want. And then they're going to go into victim mode and blame everybody else. But what I want you to know is that if you want to achieve it, you are in the absolute best place to do whatever you want to do with your life and your business. Holly's ahas, finding a quality admin is a better investment than starting with a buyer's agent. Amen. And Eloise, recruit an accountability coach. Let's go. Let's go. There's a reason that an accountability partner and coach were at the top of the page for your team, because they're the people who make the biggest difference the fastest. All right, guys. If there are any others, feel free to drop them in the chat box. Couple things that we would like to do. If you have your phone handy, pull it out, snap that QR code, and take the survey that it's going to take you to. We want to know a couple things. How did we do? But also, we want to be in a deeper relationship with you and your goals. We want to understand what you're trying to achieve next year. We want to know what you feel like you need to do that so that we can be tailoring our conversations most specifically to you doing it. I am a firm believer in the Zig Ziglar idea, where if you help enough people get what they want, you can have whatever you want. And know that it's my goal to help all of you get whatever it is that you want, to whatever extent that you want it. So you can either do the QR code from your phone or go to tinyurl.com/2022 BPC. Let us know how we did. Finally, for anybody that wants additional help, support, feedback, thoughts, if you have questions about things that we covered, if we moved through anything too quickly, if you struggled with the math and you want to see it again, please don't hesitate to reach out, shoot me an email, shoot me a text, let me know how I can help you achieve your goals. Last call for ahas, key takeaways, anything that you want to solidify in your mind. Remember, guys, AHA stands for Agents Helping Agents. So help somebody else by letting me know how you got help today. Glad to hear that so many people took so much away. The chat box is officially blowing up. Guys, I really appreciate you being here. I know that for several of you, this is, you work a full-time job or at least a part-time job. The idea of taking a full day for the live business planning clinic was just not in the cards. With that being the case, I want to make sure that you all know that regardless of where you're at in your career, whether you are trying to get to that $1 million in GCI or whether you're trying to just make sure that you can keep food on the table and the lights on through a career in real estate, I'm here to help you do it. Our entire team is here to help you do it. We will do whatever we can to do whatever we can. And so if you ever need anything, please reach out to me. And yeah, guys, there's no reason this has to be once a year, right? Remember the slide that we had where you set goals, you get into action, you measure your results, you reevaluate your activities, and then you get accountable, right? So get in a 90-day cycle, All right, guys, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna play us out here. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Thank you so much for your participation. And if you need anything, let me know.
Of the love